You can get a clearer perspective. We're constantly being bombarded with information. So put these strategies into practice. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm Mark, and today we're going to be diving into something pretty powerful, something that we all experience, and that is cognitive bias. We're going to be talking about how you can use logic and critical thinking to combat cognitive biases. What I'm going to share with you is a game changer when it comes to making important decisions and seeing the world more clearly, because we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So by combating your cognitive biases, you can get a clearer perspective of the world. First things first, what exactly is cognitive bias? In simple terms, cognitive biases are unconscious thought patterns that can skew the way we think. They're like mental shortcuts our brains can use to save energy. But the problem with these mental shortcuts is they can skew our perspectives. They can lead us to making inaccurate perceptions of what's going on, inaccurate conclusions, and poor decision choices. Because if you're putting the wrong information in, you're going to be getting the wrong information out. You can't squeeze an orange and get apple juice. So if what you're putting in is inaccurate, what's coming out the other end is going to be wrong. And there's a ton of different cognitive biases that we can suffer from. There's a ton of different ways our perception can be skewed. For instance, confirmation bias makes us favour information that's familiar to us. It confirms what we already believe. Anchoring bias makes us overly reliant on the first bit of information we encounter. These biases are going to mess with our ability to see things clearly and make objective decisions. In today's world, we're constantly being bombarded with information from news outlets, from social media, you name it, you're being bombarded with it. And cognitive biases can distort the way we interpret this information. Cognitive biases can fuel arguments, create misunderstandings, and influence major decisions in our lives. Probably negatively influence major decisions that we have to make in our lives. Things like buying a house, picking a career. Disagreements can break up families and friendships. Let me know if you have any experience of this below. By learning to recognize and combat our biases, we can make clearer, more informed decisions and avoid falling for faulty reasoning. And that is where logic comes in. Logic and critical thinking can help us to spot cognitive biases. When we approach situations with a logical mindset, we're more likely to look for evidence that supports or disproves our beliefs. Let's say you're making a decision about buying a car. If you're influenced by anchoring bias, you're going to have a bias to the first car you see. That car might have a lower price than the others, but other factors need to be taken into account, such as the specification, needs that you have to need the car, if it's a second-hand car, mileage, service history, etc. A more logical approach would be to look at several options, assess their features, and assess their long-term value, not to just fall for the first price you see. Logic helps you step back and take a broader perspective, not just avoiding knee-jerk reactions and relying more than just on gut feeling. So how can we use logic in our everyday lives to combat cognitive bias? First up, you want to challenge your assumption. Ask yourself, what evidence would I need to confirm this belief? Or what would I need to change my mind? This helps you to stay open to new information. Next, consider alternative viewpoints. When you're having a discussion with someone, try to see their argument through their eyes. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to actually seek out opposing views. It will enable you to challenge your biases. If you're making a decision, think critically. And lastly, use the what if I'm wrong test. When you're making a decision, when you're thinking about taking an action, when you've adopted a belief, ask yourself, what if I'm wrong? What are going to be the consequences if I'm wrong about this? Doing this can really help to keep your thinking grounded and less biased. So put these strategies into practice. Doing so will give you more control over your thoughts, give you more control over your mind. It will help you make better decisions. It will increase your ability to emphasize with others, and it'll improve your relationships. So, to wrap it up, cognitive biases are part of being human, but it doesn't mean we have to let them run the show. By using logic and critical thinking, we can challenge our biases, make better assumptions, make better decisions. We can take actions that are more informed and objective. So thanks for watching. If you like this video and found it useful, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel. By hitting the like button and subscribing to my channel, you'll see more useful content like this, content to help you improve your thinking, quieten your mind, reduce anxiety. Drop any comments below. Let me know what you think. See you next time.